if he had won the first set, it's a totally different match, right? And do you feel that pressure?
Well, of course, it was a close first set, but I thought I had more chances in the first set than him, and managed to stay tough in the right moments, and win the crucial first set. Obviously, winning it in tie break and making the break of serve, the first game of the second set, was definitely a huge relief for me. I could start swinging through a little bit more, be more aggressive into the court, and since that first game of the second set, I played a great match.
Novak, how much confidence do you take out of the last two matches that were very tricky and you didn't lose a set?
Yes, I take a lot of confidence. I try to carry that in every next match, and next challenge. Obviously, I'm going to play Stan, who is a defending champion here, and we played 5 sets matches in 2013 and 14 in Australian Open. So I'm going to be ready for the fight. But knowing that I have raised the level of performance tonight, and probably playing the best match of the tournament so far, is affecting my confidence in a positive way, and hopefully I can carry that into the next one.
Is there any way, Novak, you could be playing any better? I mean, you haven't dropped a set. You've dropped one service game for the tournament. I mean, could you get any better than what you've been showing?
Well, I'm a self-critic, but again, I gotta try to take the positives out of every match. And tonight there was not much I could complain about. From the first game till the last, I played the way I wanted. I created a lot of breakpoint opportunities. The key of tonight's match was, one of the keys was to get as many balls back in play, returns back in play, because I thought from the back of the court I have more chance than him to win the points, and I executed playing very well. It's easier said than done, obviously, but I feel good about my game in this moment.
Novak, do you remember the first time you faced Stan here in Melbourne? It was 2005, the qualification.
Playing Stan 2005 in qualifications here? Are you sure?
And you won, yeah. You can check. Did you imagine that this guy could be one
well
day?
Well done for that stat. I don't.
I was in the match, you know.
Ah, you were, okay. I can't remember that match, honestly, but you know, it's great to see that somebody that I know for a long time. I know Stan is 2 years older than me, but we did play some junior events together, Grand Slams, and you know, to see him doing well, especially in the last 2 years, he loves this sport, and he's out there, you know, working hard, and you know, all these years, we all knew that he has you know, great quality tennis game, but you know, mentally he was he didn't believe enough that he can win Grand Slams, and I think that changed in the last 2 years. That's why his results are the way they are, and he's a Grand Slam champion, Davis Cup champion. He's playing you know, very confident, and you know, so he's one of the guys to beat in this tournament. So I look forward to the challenge.
Try to remember this match. Huh?
I will try. Is it first round maybe, probably? Yeah. First round. I remember second and the third. Second round was Zverev, and third round was Wesley Moody. But first one, thanks for reminding me that. I'll mention to Stan tomorrow when I see him.
Novak, you've had a few easier wins over Stan away from the Grand Slams recently, but at the Grand Slams last 3 times you played was all deep in the 5th set.
Yes.
What do you think it is about those matches that have made them so much more intense? And I guess how do you prepare for the next one, knowing just how long and intense the last 3 at major events have been?
Well, as I mentioned before, I'm ready for the battle. We played last 3 Grand Slam matches that we played were, well, the final stages of a Grand Slam, semifinals, quarterfinals, and you know, that's Grand Slams are the tournaments where you want to perform your best. So I'm sure we both are very much aware of that fact, and that's why we get to play on a high level against each other, and we push each other to you know, to the limit in a way, and you know, it's a very physical battle as well. But I haven't had too many long matches during this tournament, and I'm ready for it. I'm gonna practice tomorrow, do a little preparation for that match. You know, try to analyze his game and what I need to do in order to win.
Stan played an unbelievable match against Kate today. Did you see any of it? And if you did, what were your
Yes,
thoughts?
I've seen. Yeah, he played a great match. You know, Kay has been he's been playing his best tennis in the last 12 months, and to be able to win straight sets against him is pretty impressive. But you know, being a defending champion, obviously he's got some of the pressure here. He's probably facing he is facing this kind of role for the first time in his life, but he's been playing some great tennis under these circumstances. So yeah, I gotta give him credit for that. And I'm good friends with Stan. I respect him a lot, and you know, but once we are on the court, I'm sure that we both want to win.
Novak, did you go back and watch any of the highlights from last year's match with Stan? And yes or no, what did you take from that match?
I haven't watched, but probably now it's the time, and I will not watch the last point of that match. Anything else is fine, but again, of course, you need to do a video analysis. You need to get yourself in the right state of mind for the matches like this, because this is now semifinals of Grand Slam. You're playing a top player, and there is no going back now. It's the time to perform the best you can.
Novak, it is the Boris Becker effect that we're seeing on your serve, because you're serving maybe the best you've ever had this week?
Well, it's definitely he's got his contribution there. No question about it. He has joined the team last year, so it's been 12 months that we've been working together, and he's working closely with Marian and the rest of the team members in obviously improving my game, getting it to the highest possible degree, and serve was one of the tasks and one of the things that we wanted to improve. And I know I can't serve as fast as Milos, but I'm trying to use the angles, the accuracy, and allowing myself to have some free points of that serve. And that's what I used well during this 10 days now so far.
Take 2 more questions in English, please.
Novak, you've been in a lot of semi-finals and Grand Slams, and you've won 7. Can you tell at this stage anything that this one feels good, or what's going to happen from now on?
Of course it feels good. Of course it feels good. It never gets old being in the last 4 of the Grand Slam. Sometimes. You know, obviously people around you think that this is something that is normal from a top player to reach that final stage, and you're expected to perform well and reach semifinals or Grand Slam. But I don't take anything for granted. I try to be aware that, you know, there are thousands of players around the world who are fighting equally as I am to be in this position. So that keeps me grounded, and you know, I try to enjoy every moment and work hard for you know what I have.
Novak, having Boris in your camp, how much does that really benefit you from a mental side of things?
Yes, well, that was you know, the biggest contribution he could bring to me, because he was a #1 player of the world, a multiple Grand Slam winner, and he understands exactly the kind of obstacles and challenges, mental challenges I have to go through and I'm facing during the match. So especially at the later stages of the tournament. So excuse me. That's where we talk a lot. We try to, you know, it took us some time, obviously, in the beginning of the partnership to understand how we work. You know, what's the daily routine, and what's the mindset, because we're different people, but we went through the same circumstances and situations in our careers, and that's where, you know, he can help me the most.